Hey universe and mining family, grab your shovels and your pickaxes. Welcome to the show. I'm Nemesis, and of course I'm not your babysitter. Do your own research, but let's dig in. GMO, internet exits Bitcoin miner production after recording extraordinarily loss of Q4. Doesn't mean that they're not gonna continue mining. That's not what this article's all about. This just means that they're not going to be producing any new hardware. That's with any company. If you're producing anything and it stops selling, you got to find a new product to produce. Otherwise, your company's going to die off, and that's not what you're in business for. And that's what they're kind of saying here. They're quitting the mining hardware sector, but that's not 100% that they're getting out of the sector itself. It's just because, if you know about GMO, they make hardware so they can mine. Helps them offset some of the production hardware costs and allows them to compete with Bitmain. It's one of the reasons why I actually think that GMO is interesting, is that they're mining to help generate revenue to compete with Bitmain. It's pretty bigly. I mean, in my book, I mean, it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, just like any other company, this one ended up getting really big into mining last year. And in 2007, probably, I'm not sure at what point in time in 2017 that they really started hitting it off big, but yeah, they're not going to be able to, produce the equipment the way that they want to generate the amount of profits that they're probably portraying to their stock shareholders. And on top of that, they've still got buildings, they've still got personnel to pay, and, they've probably, last year, took out a whole bunch of loans that they now need to figure out how to pay off. So just like any other company, once the market hits a downturn and they've got bills to pay, they're going to start cutting the fat off, trimming it down to the bare bone basics of what they need. And that's just what I think that they're doing, is that they're just redirecting themselves. But they're talking about needing to relocate their mining facility to a region that allows cleaner and less expensive power. Basically, they're going to be looking for some of that hydroelectric power or some of that windmill power, and they're going to try to park these facilities right next door to them. This way, there isn't that much of a charge between them and the people directly making the power. A lot of mining facilities do go down this route. The ones that have already had the foresight to set themselves up early are in the best position now. Of course, that's my opinion, but myself, even I've set myself up ahead. I'm on windmill electric, so my electric's already cheaper than most. Before taxes and all that other good stuff that ComEd charges me, I'm at 8 cents a kilowatt hour before all the taxes. Previously, I was at like between 10 and 11 cents a kilowatt hour before taxes. That would have brutally killed me with the market downturn. It's not making me profitable. I'm breaking even. But again, you got to look at the long term of why are you really here. If you're looking at just profitability, and profitability can be looked at in a couple of different ways. One is the fiat value of what it is at the time you mine it. Are you pulling a profit from fiat? Well, today's market, no. You got to look at the rewards that you're getting per hash power. Are you actually getting more rewards for the equipment that you're getting? And if the answer is yes, why would you have a necessity to really turn off your equipment? I mean, just think about it. But that's the luxury of being an at-home miner versus a miner at scale, where I've got a big building, $20,000, $30,000 worth of electricity I'm using, plus internet, plus security. The list goes on and on, where these bigger mining facilities with a downturn market, if they're not set in the right spot, like it looks like GMO isn't 100%, they weren't able to last long term in a bear market, because they probably pulled out a lot of loans at the beginning of the end of last year, trying to set themselves up, thinking that the bull run would continue throughout this whole year. Instead of that, we went into a bear, a crypto winter. For me, coming in late in the game, it's a good thing for me, but unfortunately for these bigger mining facilities, it's just wiping them all out one by one. And who's going to win? Us at-home miners, because we are not building such a facility that we can't afford it. One or two mining rigs going, I think a lot of people more than likely can afford that. But you get, 40, 50 mining rigs going, and the electric bill might be a little tough to swallow unless you're sitting there cashing out at the end of the month to be able to pay the bill. And if the crypto ain't there, you got to make a decision. And that's where a lot of these bigger facilities are at this point. Almost 1 year into this, they're all shutting down now, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, it's like even Bitmain, they even talk about here, Bitmain's Israel operations is closing down. They were talking, now Bitmain's also preparing to cutting its staffing in half from 2,500. That's huge. GMO is probably going to end up doing the same thing. Nobody's selling any kind of equipment. What you're mining, depending on your electricity, you're probably mining at a break-even rate. So a lot of these facilities, yep, they got the hard decision. And with that being said, are you guys making hard decisions? Are you turning off your rigs? Are you an at-home miner? Let me know in the comments and down below. Are you an at-home miner turning off your rigs when you should be mining out? But yeah, definitely let me know down below. Drop your comments. While you're down there, smash that Lizzie like button, hit the bell, and the subscribe helps me out. And of course, as always, I will see you on the next one.